Burning everywhere, cars, vehicles on the side of the road, bulldozers moving cars out of the way so fire equipment can get through, and the winds whipping the flames. The apocalyptic images of the Los Angeles area on fire. Many of us have family and friends there. I'm raising my hand because I have dearest friends who live in that area, and they're under immense stress right now, just trying to stay safe.
Yeah, here was some advice as Dr. Alice Connors-Kellgren, and I'm sorry about your friends. It is horrifying.
Yeah.
A clinical psychologist at Tufts Medical Center. Thank you so much for joining us, Doctor.
Doctor, thank you for joining. Just to let you folks at home know, my friends are well right now, knock on wood. But
yeah.
you know, they can't breathe anything without breathing the fire. So we've been listening to the stories all day, Doctor. People are just in shock over what they are seeing, and clearly the economic toll will be enormous. What about the emotional toll, though?
Natural disasters can have an enormous emotional toll on communities. The extreme stress of experiencing a natural disaster can lead to anxiety, depression, and even PTSD. The loss of homes, communities, and stability can also exacerbate existing mental health or substance abuse disorders. Fortunately, there are many interventions, including therapy, psychological first aid, and disaster relief efforts that are targeting mental health that can help reduce these impacts.
So, Doctor, when someone is under extreme stress like that, I mean, like for Ed, what does he do? What does he say?
I talk to my friends, Doctor.
Right, I mean, he listens, right?
I'm so glad you've been talking to them, and hopefully, yes, you've been listening also. The first step is always to listen and to, ask people what they need. A lot of times people know what they need better than we do. We can support them by meeting their physical needs right away. So this might be water, food, safety, a place to stay while they recover. But it's important to remember that people might be in shock or survival mode right now, and they may seem okay. So it's important to keep checking in with them as they continue to cope with their experiences and losses.
That's a good point. We just showed video a couple of seconds ago of a woman with like a Home Depot bucket trying to throw it onto a fire, and the fire's burning in her whole backyard. I mean, really, it's just heartbreaking.
It is devastating.
Some people are still waiting, Doctor, to hear from friends and family in the danger zone, and that could be stressful too, right? So what's your advice?
Yeah, that can certainly be stressful. Uncertainty and a lack of control are some of the most uncomfortable and difficult experiences to sit with. So the most helpful things that you can do for yourself while waiting are ways that you can just kind of take a break from worrying. So this might include something distracting like reading, watching a movie, going for a walk, doing some mindful meditation, or connecting with a friend. I know a lot of times when I suggest distraction, people feel kind of guilty about it. And so I always say it's important to know you can return to the waiting, but giving yourself a break gives you the opportunity to replenish your energy reserves so that you can really show up for your loved ones when you do hear from them.
Dr. Connors-Kellgren, thank you so much. We appreciate it.
Thanks, Doctor.
Thank you.